The legal industry is often seen as one of the most conservative sectors, deeply tied to historical practices and resistant to change. For centuries, the practice of law has been characterized by manual processes, extensive documentation, and a heavy reliance on the expertise of seasoned professionals. But as with many other industries, the digital revolution has started to leave its mark on the legal field, and AI is at the forefront of this transformation. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Analytics Insight podcast, where we explore the cutting edge technologies that are reshaping industries and changing the way we live and work. And I'm your host, Priya Dailani. Like all aspects of an organization, legal departments feel the pressure to showcase proven value while controlling costs. AI technology is changing the way legal services are provided by automating repetitive tasks, streamlining document management and location, processing a tremendous amount of information, and refining contract review. Today, we are venturing into a domain that has traditionally been rooted in precedent, tradition, and rigorous human intellect, the legal industry. Let's welcome Anushita Karunakaram, co-founder and CEO of Lawyer Desk, to talk about how AI is beginning to transform the age-old profession in ways that are both profound and far-reaching. Hi Anushita, how are you doing?
I'm great, Priya. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
Great, it's a pleasure to have you with us on our podcast today, Anushita. And of course, we are going to dive deeper into the aspects that I just spoke about: AI, legal industry, its impact on legal professionals. But before that, let's talk more about your company, Lawyer Desk. So, if you could help our listeners understand what Lawyer Desk is, what is its specialization, and any specific solution that the company is offering.
Yeah, I'm really very excited to be here and share what Lawyer Desk is all about. And so, to start with, at Lawyer Desk, we're building a legal ecosystem that's powered by artificial intelligence. Our mission is to simplify and enhance the legal processes for different legal stakeholders. Whether you're a lawyer, law student, or a regular citizen, or you run a business, we've created a suite of interconnected tools that work together to deliver real value across the legal industry. So, diving little deep, for lawyers, we've developed a product called Advocates. It's designed to help lawyers streamline their daily tasks from reviewing complex legal documents to conducting deep case research. So, one should think of it as a personal assistant that cuts down time and boosts productivity, making sure all legal work is thorough and accurate. Here, the best part is it offers AI driven modules that help create legally sound documents very quickly, ensuring nothing is overlooked. And for law students, we've crafted something profoundly helpful named as Lawbook. Legal studies can be very overwhelming with so much information to process. Lawbook uses AI to break down complex legal concepts into simple, digestible pieces, making it easier to learn and apply. It's also like having a 24 by 7 mentor that not only helps you study, but also gives you a real legal industry scenario, bridging the gap between theory and practice. Now, for the common people, those who might not have legal expertise but find themselves dealing with legal issues in their daily lives, we are launching Prajalok. Whether it's a property dispute, a family issue, or even something as simple as a defective product issue, Prajalok steps in to guide users. It offers clear legal steps, key insights from the documents you produce, even document drafting can be done, and can connect users to real lawyers for consultations. We really focused on making legal information accessible and understandable to the general public. Finally, we have Casework, our solution for companies. Businesses face all sort of legal challenges, from managing contracts to staying compliant with regulations. Casework simplifies this entire process using artificial intelligence, helping companies manage the legal task very efficiently. So they can focus on their core business instead of getting bogged down by legal paperwork. So, at the heart of Lawyer Desk, our specialization is leveraging artificial intelligence to make legal access more available and user friendly for everyone. Whether you're drafting a document or learning legal concept or just looking for a quick legal steps, our tools make the entire process very easy and efficient.
Great. I think that's a fantastic journey of how organization like yours covered such a unique space in the industry. And what stands out to me is the blend of expertise and innovation that seems to drive your company forward. Now, since you have given a brief about the company, we would also like to know more about you, Anushita. I think you're a seasoned business entrepreneur and a technologist, and you have a decade of experience across diverse sectors. So, can you tell us more about your journey till date? What is your role and contribution towards the company?
Absolutely, Priya. So, as CEO, my role at Lawyer Desk is all about shaping the vision and steering the company towards that vision. I'm responsible for ensuring that each of our products really speaks to the needs of our users, whether they are lawyers, law students, or general public with legal concerns, or businesses trying to navigate legal complexities. It's about making sure that everything we create in Lawyer Desk is solving the real problems and doing so in the most efficient way possible. So, a large part of my day involves working hand in hand with our product teams. I'm deeply involved in refining how our artificial intelligence technology serves our users. It's not just about building technology, it's about constantly evolving that technology to make legal work faster and more accessible. And I spend a lot of time talking to users, understanding the challenges lawyers face, how law students need to stay ahead, and also how the general public interacts with legal services. Typically, my background in tech naturally led me to legal tech, but the inspiration to start Lawyer Desk came from seeing this massive gap between legal industry and technology. Lawyers were still stuck doing time consuming manual work, and regular people found legal services difficult and expensive to access. So, somewhere I knew that AI could change all of that. One day, one conversation with a lawyer friend of mine really hit home. He was drowning in paperwork, searching through case files for hours. That's when I thought, why not use AI to cut down that time? And that's how the idea of Lawyer Desk was born initially. It started with the simple idea streamlining the legal processes for professionals, but quickly grew as we have seen how much potential there was to do more. Every step of the journey has been about pushing the boundaries of what technology can do for the legal space, starting with advocates for lawyers and then expanding to law book for law students and Prajalo for general public. Each product evolved out of real conversations and real needs we discovered along the way. So, my personal goal is to bridge the gap between technology and legal services. But seeing the impact we've had, whether it's a lawyer saving hours on a case or a law student mastering their studies, those moments remind me why we're doing this. On a whole, I would claim we're not just a tech company, but we are helping reshape the legal landscape and we're just getting started. The potential of AI to drive further change surely excites me, and I'm looking forward to how much more we can contribute to making the legal industry more efficient and accessible for everyone.
Great. I think that's fantastic to hear about your journey and the impact you're making within the company. And it's clear that your role is central to driving the innovation and growth I think we have seen till date at Lawyer Desk. Moving ahead, you spoke about artificial intelligence being used at Lawyer Desk. Now, to understand how AI is beginning to influence the legal industry, it's really important to look at the broader context of legal technology, or what we often call as legal tech. Over the past few decades, I think we have seen or witnessed gradual changes in the way legal professionals operate. And I think that's primarily driven by the widespread adoption of digital tools that ultimately aim to improve the efficiency. I want to understand from you, Anushita, that what are some of the significant ways that AI is being integrated into the legal workflows today, and what's the kind of impact that they're making?
Yeah, very rightly said, Priya. Artificial intelligence is making a real impact on the legal industry by addressing some very long standing complex challenges. See, the legal space is filled with interconnected processes that are often tedious, time consuming, and also prone to human error. That's where AI comes in. It's solving real technical problems that professionals face daily, not just offering service level improvements. Okay, so let's start with document review, one of the biggest bottlenecks in legal work. Imagine a lawyer spending days combing through thousands of pages searching for key information. It's a labor intensive task, and even a slight oversight can have huge consequences. Artificial intelligence changes this by not only scanning documents in a fraction of time, but by understanding the legal context behind them. It highlights crucial sections, identifies different patterns, and even flags potential risks or inconsistencies. This isn't just about speed, and it's about the depth and accuracy, which eventually allows lawyers to focus on higher level strategic thinking. Another area where AI is having a major impact is legal research. Traditional research methods are slow and often overwhelming. Lawyers spend hours searching through case law, statutes, and regulations. But here's the real problem: legal language is nuanced, and finding relevant cases isn't just about matching keywords, it's about understanding the underlying legal principle. So, AI in the tools like ours doesn't just look for keywords, it understands the context even when the language differs. So this allows lawyers to build stronger, more relevant arguments without the exhaustive search. One of the biggest challenges in legal education is the disconnect between theory and practice. So, law students can spend years memorizing laws and principles, but they often struggle to apply that knowledge in the real world scenarios. AI helps by stimulating complex legal situations, giving them a chance to engage with legal procedures, making decisions, and see the consequences of those decisions in a very risk free environment. So, by adopting this learning technique, it eventually bridges the gap between learning as well as applying. And when it comes to contract management and compliance for businesses, the volume of complexity of legal obligations can be very, very overwhelming. AI is solving a real problem here by managing contracts more efficiently, flagging inconsistencies, tracking obligations, and ensuring nothing slips through the cracks. It's not just reviewing, it's understanding the long term impact of every clause in every document, helping businesses stay compliant and reduce legal risk. Across all these areas, perhaps the most exciting development is in predictive analytics, according to me, because by analyzing vast data sets of legal outcomes, AI can provide insights that were previously impossible. For example, it can predict the likely outcome of a case based on past rulings or assesses the potential risks of a certain legal strategy. This kind of data driven insight gives lawyers and business people a much clearer picture of what they're dealing with, allowing for more informed decision making. On majority, these are few ways AI is integrated into legal workflows, according to me.
Great, that was a very comprehensive explanation, and I think that it's very clear that AI is already making a real impact on areas that you mentioned, which include documents review, contract analysis, legal research, and even automating some repetitive tasks. And the potential of AI to quickly analyze massive amounts of data can be a real game changer for legal professional because it kind of frees up the time
Yes,
by not getting deeper into and not wasting the time in finding those documents and doing legal research, but it can help them focus on more strategic work. So I think
correct.
that's really really important. I think you majorly explained about the advantages of AI and how it can transform the legal industry. But I think with any technological advancement, the integration of AI into the legal industry kind of raises some important ethical and practical questions. Now, there are concerns about transparency and fairness of AI-driven legal decisions as well, because AI algorithms are only as good as the data they are trained on. And if that data is biased or incomplete, then the AI decision can also be flawed. So,
Correct.
ensuring that AI in law is used ethically and responsibly will definitely require heavy oversight, more rigorous testing, and a very serious commitment and a dedication to transparency. And I think this all of this is not something that can happen overnight or instantly. It will definitely take a lot of years, I would believe, especially in a country like India, I would say. So I want to understand from you, what role do legal ethics play in the development and as well as deployment of artificial intelligence some in legal based solutions?
Sure, Priya. So, ethics is absolutely central to how we develop and deploy AI at Lawyer Desk, especially given the sensitive nature of the legal work. Legal tech isn't just about technological innovation, it's about applying that innovation responsibly while upholding the core ethical standards of the profession. In fact, legal ethics is one of the most actively discussed topics in the AI space right now, especially as we see more cases involving privacy concerns, bias, and transparency, as mentioned by you. One of the latest discussions in the legal industry revolves around the potential for AI to impact client confidentiality. The cornerstone of the legal profession is trust. And without robust privacy protections, that trust can't can be compromised, right? That's why we've made data privacy and confidentiality our top priorities. Every piece of data that enters our system is encrypted, and we use the most advanced security measures to ensure that sensitive client information stays very, very confidential. In fact, many bar associations are now looking closely at data protection standards for AI, and we work hard to meet and exceed those standards. There's also a growing conversation about transparency in AI, especially when it comes to how AI reaches certain conclusions. In law, this is especially crucial because legal decisions can't be made in a black box. We built our system so that lawyers can understand exactly how the AI is making suggestions or analyzing information. This ensures that the AI is always a tool for assisting legal professionals, not replacing their judgment. So, transparency also plays a role in tools like Prajalok, where we clearly communicate that the AI can provide general legal guidance, but it's not a substitute for tailored advice from a qualified lawyer. This line being guidance and legal representation is a hot topic, and it's something we take it very seriously. And when you mentioned about bias in AI, this is another critical issue gaining attention, especially in legal tech. One of the biggest concern is that AI, if not carefully managed, reinforce existing biases in legal outcomes. Recent reports have shown how biased algorithms in areas like criminal justice have caused unfair treatment. So at Lawyer Desk, we've been addressing this by designing our AI models with diversity in mind, from the data sets we use for training to regular audits of our systems to check for the bias. This is particularly important for products like Lawbook, where we're shaping the learning experience of future legal professionals, and we want to ensure that their AI powered education is very fair and balanced. Another area being discussed is the ethical use of predictive analytics. AI can now make predictions about case outcomes or legal strategies based on past data, but it's important that that these predictions are framed correctly. We emphasize to our users that while AI can provide probabilities, those predictions are just one part of a larger strategy. They should be viewed as insights, not certainties. There's been a lot of focus on ensuring AI doesn't unintentionally lead to overconfidence or reliance without proper legal interpretation. And one of the more forward looking concerns is how AI will affect employment in the legal sector. Many worry that AI could replace certain legal roles, particularly for junior lawyers or paralegals. But at Lawyer Desk, we see AI as a tool that augment human skills. By automating the routine, repetitive tasks, AI allow legal professionals to focus on the complex strategic work that truly requires their expertise. So, in fact, a lot of current debate is focused on how AI can improve the quality of legal work, not diminish it. We also stay ahead of the ethical curve by working closely with legal ethics experts and regulatory bodies. For example, products like Casework, which handle sensitive business information, must adhere to strict legal compliance standards. We regularly consult with bar associations and engage with regulatory discussions to ensure that our tools align with the highest ethical standards. So, these ongoing collaborations are vital as AI evolves and new ethical considerations also emerge. So, in short, AI in the legal space is still very much an evolving field, but our approach at Lawyer Desk is very proactive. We don't treat ethics as an afterthought, it's integrated into every stage of our development. Our goal is not to just push the boundaries of what AI can do, but to do so in a way that enhances legal practices while staying true to the ethical standards that defines this particular profession.
Great. I think that's a really great point, Anushita. And especially when you talk about balancing the innovation that AI brings with the ethical consideration are so critical in the legal field. And as you mentioned, that it's really important to ensure transparency, fairness, and accountability in how these AI tool solutions are developed and used. And I'm glad to know that Lawyer Desk is at the forefront of ensuring all of these aspects while delivering better outcomes for their clients and ensuring that the legal industry is benefiting from the use cases of AI. But I think there's no denying that artificial intelligence has a potential to change legal workflows, uh, from document review to even predicting some judgments or analytics. And but it's not without its challenges. As exciting as the possibilities are, it's really equally important to address the hurdles that come with integrating such emerging and advanced technology into an industry which is based on a human judgment, ethics, and even precision for that matter. Now, for example, if you talk about accuracy and reliability, AI has a ability to process large volumes of data, and it's pretty impressive. But the legal system demands a high level of precision. For example, if there's a small mistake in document analysis or contract review, or even case prediction for that matter, then it can lead to significant consequences. So while we are designing AI solutions that are designed to minimize human error, they are still not infallible. I think lawyers and legal professionals still need to monitor the results closely enough to ensure that the technology is making correct and justifiable decisions. So I think that's one of the challenges that I just spoke about right now as to what legal professionals can face when they're trying to integrate AI in the daily workflows and activities. So we want to understand from you. What challenges have you encountered while you were trying to integrate AI into at lawyer desk, and how have you tried to overcome them?
Yeah, as very rightly said, Priya, that is one of the major challenges we faced in the initial days of our, working thing. And the legal industry presents some very specific challenges when it comes to AI integration, because particularly in a country like India, where the legal landscape is very vast and complex, one of the most significant hurdles has been managing the sheer volume of data. I'll tell you why. Because legal professionals deal with millions of pages of case law, judgments, and regulations, often going back decades. Sifting through this data manually is like searching for a needle in a haystack. There are so many interconnections, precedents, evolving interpretations, and conflicting rulings that it's easy to miss something very critical, as you mentioned. So, the challenges for AI is not just in pulling the right information, but in maintaining the context throughout. A single case might reference dozens of previous rulings, each with subtle differences, and AI needs to understand and retain that legal context while sorting through this massive data. So, to overcome this, we've invested heavily in developing AI models that don't just rely on keyword searches. Instead, they are trained to recognize legal nuances and contextual meaning. For instance, if a case involves a property dispute, our AI can sift through years of judgments, but instead of just flagging every document that mentions property, it identifies judgments that are directly relevant based on how the law was applied in those specific circumstances. This is a major improvement over the traditional methods. Another major challenge has been navigating the skepticism from the legal community. In India, law is steeped in precedent and tradition, so there's a natural resistance to change. Many lawyers were concerned that AI might oversimplify or even undermine the complexity of legal work. This is particularly true when it comes to maintaining accuracy and reliability across cases that differ in the smallest details. If AI is too rigid, it could fail to spot a critical exception in case law. If it's too flexible, it risks returning irrelevant results. So, what we've done to address this skepticism is take a collaborative approach with legal professionals. Instead of positioning AI as a replacement, we've shown through demonstrations and workshops how it can augment their capabilities. For instance, document review. AI doesn't just automate the process, it can highly highlight the key clauses, flag anomalies, and even track how legal interpretations have evolved over time. So, this typically allows lawyers to focus on the strategic and also human elements of their work, while the AI handles the data heavy repetitive task. And one of the more technical challenges we had to overcome is ensuring that our AI tools comply with the varying legal standards across all the jurisdictions. India's legal system, with its roots in common law and ever changing landscape of state specific regulations, as we all know, adds layers to this complexity. So, AI must be able to adapt to these nuances. What's relevant in one jurisdiction might not apply in another. So, to handle this, we worked closely with legal experts to train our AI models to recognize jurisdictional differences and adapt accordingly, making sure that AI doesn't treat all legal precedences the same way, but rather tailors its output to the specific rules and norms of that particular region. So, security and data privacy have also been huge concerns for us because legal data is highly sensitive and a breach could have catastrophic consequences. So, addressing this, we've implemented end to end encryption and robust data security protocols. Our goal has always been to provide transparency in how we handle data, something that's particularly important in legal tech, where client confidentiality is a paramount. So, in essence, we've faced challenges from both technical as well as cultural angles. But by focusing on contextual understanding, collaboration with legal professionals, and ensuring our AI tools are built to handle the complexity of the Indian legal system, we've been able to overcome these hurdles.
Great. Thank you so much for shedding light on those challenges, Anushita. I think that was very important. And it's clear that while AI has incredible potential to streamline the workflows, there are still significant hurdles that law firms and legal departments must navigate. And I think that's when Lawyer Desk comes into picture. Nevertheless, I think we spoke about the benefits, we spoke about the ethical concerns and challenges. It still has a potential to improve efficiency. It can mitigate risk and even ensure compliance, which helps in driving more better client service. So I think AI in the legal world is not only here to stay, but it is also bound to make its presence more known gradually in the coming years, I feel. Having said that, one last question for you would be: what are certain trends do you think or do you predict that could come over in the next years and can have impact on the AI and the legal intersection?
So, the future of AI, according to me, in law is full of exciting possibilities, and we're just scratching the surface of its potential. One of the biggest trends we'll see is the evolution of predictive analytics, which was our part of discussion earlier. Another trend that's really going to shake up things is natural language processing. AI is getting better at understanding and generating legal language. Soon, AI won't just be a tool to flag issues in contracts, it could help create the first draft of a contract with remarkable precision, saving hours of drafting while lawyers focus on the fine tuning and strategy. We are also looking at a future where personalized legal services become the norm. AI will be able to analyze huge amounts of data to tailor advice to individual cases. Think of it like customizing a suit. AI will take into account factors like the judge's history, the opposition's tendencies, and even regional legal trends to offer advice that's uniquely suited to a client's need. It allows lawyers to give more precise strategic guidance. And one of the more transformative trends will be the democratizing of legal services. Right now, legal access is often out of reach for those who can't afford it, but AI can bridge that gap. I'm very sure about it. AI platforms like Prajalok will make basic legal services and information accessible to everyone, whether it's answering questions about tenancy rights or helping some draft a legal notice. This could be a game changer for access to justice. So, in a corporate space, AI will take up compliance and risk management. Imagine a system that constantly monitors a company's activities in real time, flagging potential legal risk before they snowball into major issues. This proactive approach could prevent costly legal battles down the road. So, legal education is another area that's going to evolve. Law schools will have to rethink their curriculum to include legal technology and AI training. Students won't just learn legal theory, they'll be taught how to leverage AI tools to amplify the legal research, case management, and even litigation strategy. Another interesting possibility is the rise of AI powered dispute resolution tools. We are already seeing early signs of this, where AI can assist in mediating straightforward disputes or even help human mediators in more complex cases. It's like having a neutral third party that can process tons of data instantly and offer insights to facilitate agreements. So, on the tech side, we'll likely see AI working alongside blockchain in the areas like smart contracts. These self executing agreements could become a standard part of legal transactions, transforming how contracts are created, managed, and also enforced. So, finally, the role of lawyers will shift as AI takes over routine tasks. Lawyers will be freed up to concentrate on a high level strategy, complex problem solving, and also the human aspects of law. AI will become a partner enhancing what lawyers to do the best. So in many ways, I think AI in legal industry is like building a legal ecosystem where both lawyers and clients benefit each other, making legal services more faster. And as we move forward, the best approach is for everyone, lawyers, law students, businesses, and even general public to embrace artificial intelligence as a valuable ally in navigating the increasingly complex legal landscape.
Well, yes, definitely. I think as we have discussed today, AI is poised to bring about significant changes in the legal industry and offering new tools and capabilities that can boost efficiency, reduce cost, and of course improve the quality of legal services. But definitely, with these advancements come also responsibilities as we move forward. I think it will be crucial to ensure that AI is used in ways that are ethical, transparent, and ultimately beneficial for both legal professionals and the clients that they serve. Well, thank you so much, Anushita. It was a pleasure having you with us. And I think we discussed some important aspects of how AI is used in the legal industry. What are certain aspects that companies should take into picture when integrating AI? And of course, how does the future look like? So thank you for your time and effort. It was pleasure to talk to you about it.
Thank you so much, Priya, for having me on your podcast. It's really very overwhelming from my side to share my thoughts and views about AI's role in legal tech industry. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Anushita. So, this is for our listeners. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Analytics Insight podcast. Stay tuned for more episodes where we explore technologies and trends shaping the future of business and society. You can view all our podcasts on Spotify and other leading platforms. Thank you so much.